Welcome back, my Earth Force friends. I'm your host, CF, and you're watching CF Tactics. In this episode, we're going to delve into the various damage types, focusing on the elemental damages. The first damage type we're going to explore in Earth Wars is acid. Targets under acid effects cannot receive direct healing and will receive a 20% more fire damage, so it augments with fire. Life stealing is not affected. Some bots that offer acid damage are Pipes, Scattershot, Skids, SkyDive, Slingshot, and Storm Clash. Some Decepticons that offer acid damage are Acid Storm, Headstrong, Knockout, LeoZack, Skywarp, and Viper. Again, acid damage can also be augmented with our next element, fire. Fire damage, often confused with acid in the early introduction of the elemental damages, has become one of the more common damage types. Fire can do two things. It can either cause straight up fire damage, or it can cause damage over time and affect the target that burns them for that damage. Fire can also be augmented with acid and cause additional damage. Some bots that offer fire damage are Afterbreaker, Dust Up, Goldfire, Hound, Leo Prime, Optimus, Powerglide, Prowl, Pyromagna, Rook, Rustdust, Six Gun, Skylynx, Slug, Snapdragon, Snarl, Stormclash, Sunstreaker, Swoop, and Whirl. Some Decepticons that can offer fire damage are Blitzwing, Blot, Bone Crusher, Brawl, Cyclonus, Dragstrip, Flame War, Hunger, the new Predacon Inferno, Ramjet, Rampage, Scavenger, Scourge, Sea Phantom, Snapdragon, Swindle, Transmetal 2 Megatron, and Trigger Happy. Electrical. Like fire damage, electrical damage comes in two forms, and, unlike fire, usually together. The first is a stun effect, keeping defenses and/or enemies locked in stasis for a short time. The other is battle damage, and this usually accompanies the stun effect and usually offers a percentage of damage to the enemy. We're hoping with the newest element, water, electrical damage will get a damage boost. Some bots that offer electrical damage are Bumblebee, Chromia, Alita 1, Mirage, Punch, Rustdust, SG Jetfire, Sea Spray, Silverbolt, Springer, and Starsaber. Some Decepticons that offer electrical damage are Astro Train, Breakdown, Counterpunch, Deathsaurus, Feldbat, Lugnut, Octopunch, Scrapnel, and Thundercracker. Water. The newest and most obscure of the elemental damages is the water element. Currently only available on the combiners Ruination and God Neptune, water damage offers some promise, especially in augmenting electrical damage. With this in mind, you can see these effects in action if you use the Tidal Wave and God Sting effects together in battle, increasing this elemental damage. And yes, we do have a weapon for that. With the introduction of the Cosmic Rust Blaster, a combat weapon introduced late last year, you can increase the bot or con's elemental damage by equipping this weapon on a member of your squad. The Cosmic Rust Blaster is the only combat weapon that increases the damage by a percentage based on the star level and augments fire, acid, and electrical damage types. Space Ape has gone on record stating that as new elemental types are introduced, the Cosmic Blaster will support them. Yes, you can combine damage types in battle. With members of your squad unleashing these elements in battle, you can stack certain damage types. For instance, acid and fire are very well paired together and can cause crippling damage to your enemy. It can help negate healing and cause them to get a little hot under the chassis. You can also slow them down or stop them in their path with electrical damage. It's fun to watch the bots and cons stop in mid-motion as they enter the electrical fields of your base. Some base buildings also offer electrical damage, such as the Shock Tower and Stasis Mines, as long as there's not a power core equipped to it, of course.